All right, saving the best for last. We're going to Monday Night Football, taking the Bucs
Right.
plus three and a
We got so
half.
deep in the show, I forgot he was doing this, honestly.
This team has gotten healthier by the week. They got Antoine Winfield Jr. back
Good
last
player.
week, all pro safety. That should shore up the secondary a bit. I know what you're going to say. Lamar owns the NFC, which he
You
does,
need to listen to
22
this.
and 1 straight up, but 12 and 11 ATS. And that's after last week where they covered by half a point against Washington. This is a Bucs team that, by all means, Casey calls one of the better teams in the NFL. I won't quite go there, but this is one of the best passing attacks in the NFL. And what do the Ravens defend best? They defend against the run. They're number one in the NFL, but they're 27th in passing EPA allowed. Well, the Tampa Bay Bucs and Baker Mayfield, scrappy underdog. He is first in the NFL in passing success rate. Tampa also ranks first in the NFL in passing touchdowns with 15. They can put up plenty of points. I think 3.5 is too much. I think this Bucs offense can do enough to keep them in this game. Honestly, might be a sneaky outright win. I know the Ravens have one of the best running attacks, but you got Vita Vea fully healthy now. And then they're going to just make Lamar beat them through the air. Can he do that? Possibly. Likely.
You might be the
But 3.5, Lamar against the spread as well. We all know that one when he's a favorite of more than 3. He's 8 and 18 ATS. Jack's going to probably say, what do those games matter, from the past? But
I'm with you.
this is a good Tampa Bay team. Sneaky outright win.
I'm with you up until the sneaky outright win. No. I think the handicap is a really solid one, and I agree. This, you should not be getting at home the hook over a field goal. That is insane in this. I think it is an awful number. But you say 12 and 11 against the spread, but he is 22.
But you think the number's awful? It should be like 4?
No. I think it should be under a field goal.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I like the Ravens to win the game,
but if getting under a field goal, wouldn't everyone and their mother be betting the Ravens?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. If it was
Right, so isn't it right that people are like, do I take the hook? Do I not?
No, the fact that there's a hook is nuts to me. This should be 3 as.
So then you like the Bucs then?
I do like them.
Oh, okay.
I just don't agree that Tampa's going to win the game.
It also opened 4, so getting 3.5. This is going in their favor a bit.
Yeah.
The total look at was actually 5.
Yeah, I think Bucs have been a big upgrade, and Ravens past matchup. Make games.
Well, summer was.
People thought the Bucs were going to suck this year.
Yeah,
I did.
I can't. Summer was 5.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I'm high on the Bucs. Uppy, you know it. You noted it in your handicap. Good football team. Just it's giving, and I know if I'm doing this I start minimizing the board a lot, but it falls into the Jets thing. It's like the Ravens are very clearly the best team in the NFL right now. Do you need to try and get a 3.5 over them with the Bucs? There's just so many better spots on the board.
This is how betting works, right? You're saying the Ravens are the best team in the NFL right now.
Correct.
So
no,
you're
for good.
Sure.
Super Bowl favorites.
Sure. But even then, Uppy is essentially selling the top, right? It cannot get bigger, is what he's saying.
If we go in there and beat them by 14, it does. I'm saying is that an unrealistic outcome? That we go beat them by 2 touchdowns, and it does get bigger. I'm saying I wasn't saying that as it could. I'm saying that's a very real outcome.
You're the Ravens whisperer, right? I know the Ravens pretty well.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen this exact game?
No, this is
going down. We're not winning this game by 2 touchdowns.
Lamar in primetime is a different creature. Harbaugh in the Ravens in primetime, we suck in 1 o'clock.
Yes, but
give us prime time. It's a wrap and a ribby.
But it's normally as a dog. It's normally as a short home favorite. Lamar laying 3.5 on the road against a quality team that matches up well.
I'm not Xing it because there is very much a world where Evans and Godwin do what Higgins and Chase did in the Bengals-Ravens game. That's why I'm not Ravens whispering it either. It wasn't my pick, and I'm not going to exit. But part of me thinks the amount of money that we have invested in this secondary just makes me think that eventually it is going to get right. That could be a biased fan take or just overall completely wrong, and the secondary sucks, and we do a podcast with one of the secondary members. But I just think that, I mean, you have one of the highest paid free safeties, a cornerback, first round, Kyle Hamilton. Like,
Are we allowing this to happen? I could say this about the Jets.
I was
right,
waiting
right.
for
Like
he left the door quite.
Yeah,
ajar
you
there.
can't-
no, because why could you say that against the Jets?
because
you're saying that it should be
Right.
better. Because
the
they
ra-
have talent.
But
okay.
all we've seen is that it's not.
If you look at what happened to like Burrow, they became one dimensional and it didn't matter, and he just cooked us. But you look at the game against Allen in prime time, we made them one dimensional, and Allen couldn't do a thing.
because the first play of the game is an 80-yard touchdown, it flips the game on its head. I'm just saying there's a look.
No, I
both
don't
ways.
think that's it
Uppy,
at all.
As
Well,
a
and
Bills-
Allen's throwing a fucking Shakir and not Mike Evans and
Right.
Godwin and
Who have
Bucky
been two of the
Irving.
best
You just
receivers.
called him fucking Megatron Superman. Baker is not that. Baker's a fucking dog, though.
So,
Baker's that fucking guy when he's an underdog, dude.
No, he is. I don't like it at all, but I'm not going to exit.
I think
Thank
it's a
you.
good pick.
I really appreciate you not killing my pick again.
I mean, we should have just let my ex go through when we needed it most, but we'll move on.
it's crazy. The Ravens bottom 10 EPA against the pass.
Yeah,
Like
they've
it's
been.
No,
a
trust me, I know the
disaster
pass D is awful.
in Buccaneers 8th EPA passing the ball on
No,
offense.
I understand.
I'm surprised it's only 8.
And well, so here's the thing. Like, what's interesting is like styles make fights, obviously. And I thought that a good handicap on Cincinnati playing Baltimore was Cincinnati doesn't want to run the ball; they just want to go chuck it, and that doesn't bode well for this Ravens defense. And Tampa Bay actually rushes the ball. They've actually improved with Bucky Irving. They found a little bit of an identity there.
Sean Tucker, your fucking Cuse boy.
Hopefully they get the death penalty of the program. But anyway, no, I feel like we could be.
No, it's a good. I'll give you the comp. We were afraid of the Lions laying the points in Dallas because we felt that the matchup was going to force Dallas into throwing, which they wanted to do. Now we're actually getting a team that's been successful doing these things this year.
We're getting 3.5.
And we're getting 3.5. It's just a good bet. Obviously, the Ravens could win by a touchdown. That's how the game
About
goes.
2 touchdowns.
And the thing is, the Lamar like NFC stat is a straight up stat.
Correct. Well, that's what I said
Yeah.
to Uppy. I said, like calling him as an outright dog, I think is aggressive. But I think getting a field goal
Yeah.
and a hook is a lot of value.
So I like Uppy's because he sees a chance for the Bucs to win. In my head, and this could be wrong because 3.5 is a huge spread. If I don't believe that when I'm getting the 3.5 points, that team can win, I automatically hate it. Similar to the Texans thing, I think they can win outright, so I love the 3. I think there's no chance the Bucs win this game. So even though you're getting the 3.5,
I have a
I just
question.
don't like it.
What? Okay. Yeah. But we've talked about like 3.5 points is like the
No, I
most,
get it. I'm
like,
not a
that's
big
in-
numbers guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Timmy Sharps. I'm the fish.
Yeah.
The fish who's 4-2.